Hello students, I am Parvesh Kumar from Golden Public School. In this video, I am going to explain poem Keeping Quiet. It is written by Pabula Neruda and this poem is taken from class 12th English book. Okay students, if we talk about the introduction of the lesson or the chapter of the poem, we can say the poem Keeping Quiet written by Pabula Neruda discusses the need of maintaining peace and silence. Okay students? Yes, he stresses upon being quiet and harmless to the human beings. Yes, dear students, about human beings, about animals and environment. He suggests that in order to maintain peace and harmony, it is required to stop the introspect ourselves. Okay, students, let us read the poem stanza wise and see the explanation. Dear students, first I am taking the first stanza of the poem. Just it is here. The first stanza. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still from once on the face of the earth. Let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Dear students, here the poet tell us, okay, the poet tell us count 12 now and we will be silent, motionless, okay, for at least once. We should not speak in any language on the surface of the earth. Let's not speak in any language. That means the poet says us not to speak in any language on the earth. Let's stop for 1 second here. Poet requests us, okay, to stop for a second and do not move even our arms so much. Okay, students. So we can say that in stanza, poet says us, he says, let's count 12 now and we will be silent and motionless. We will all keep still, that means silence and motionless. Okay, he tells us, he asks for at least once we should not speak in any language on the surface of the earth. Okay, he requests us, let us stop for a second and do not move our arms so much. Okay, students, if we talk about the meaning of the word here in this stanza, we can say the word count. That means count means say numbers. Say numbers. We can say numbers. Numbers. Say numbers. Okay, students. The next word, just here 12. 12 is used for what? 12 signs of hours on the clock. Okay. The next word is still, that means motionless, quiet and motionless. Okay, quiet and motionless. Just okay, let us see the poetic device used by the poet here. Okay, students, just see here. We can see we will. We will. First word, first letter V. Okay, W and will start with W. Okay, repetition of consonant. Okay, the first letter in the first word W is a consonant. In second word the first letter W is a consonant. So we can say that alliteration is used by the poet here. Okay, alliteration is used by the poet here in this stanza. Once we can say the example here. See this line, for once on the surface of the earth. We can see the repetition of O, vowel, O, once, O, on, O, of O. Okay, dear students, when in a line we notice the repetition of any vowel, okay, then we can say assonance is used by the poet. So we can also tell that in the third line poet use assonance figure of speech. Okay, Let's see more. Yes, what you can see here, the repetition. Let's. This is repetition. Okay, it is an example of repetition. So we can say poet use alliteration, poet use assonance here and repetitions here in this stanza. Okay, now let us see the second stanza. Here it is. It would be an exciting moment without us, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Look at his hurt hands. Dear students, before starting the explanation, I would like to tell you the meaning of the word used by the poet. Just exist, you can say unusual. Unusual. This is unusual. We can say unusual. Okay. The next word we see a rush. Rush, that is for hurry. That is hurry. Okay. HURR. Hurry. This is rush. Rush means hurry. Okay. If we talk about engines is used here for machines. Here for machine. Okay. Again the word strangeness. Strangeness is also used for unusual, for surprising. Okay students, so if we talk about the word meaning, the word exotic, that means unusual. The next I have told to you about rush, that means hurry. The next word engines are used here for machine. Strangeness, if we talk about, the strangeness means unusual, surprising. Okay, now let us see the explanation of the stanza. Okay, here in this stanza the poet says it will be an unusual or attractive moment or interesting moment. An attractive moment, it will be an attractive moment. There will be no hurry. There will be no hurry. Without rush, that means there will be no hurry. There will be no sound of machine. Without machines, then there will be no sound of machines. It will be a sudden unfair. It will be a sudden unfair, unfamiliar and unusual moment that will enjoy together. That will enjoy together. Okay students, in this stanza poet tells us that the moment will be attractive moment. There will be no hurry. There will be no sound of machine. It will be a sudden unfamiliar and unusual moment, and we will enjoy it together. Okay, just if we talk about the literary device here, again we can notice in this stanza, just stanza, that here we can see heart hands, h sound. That means an example of alliteration. It is an example of alliteration. Again we see poet use alliteration in the poem as a poetic device. Okay, now let us go for the next stanza. Let us see the next stanza, stanza third. The third stanza is here. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Okay, life it what is about. I want no talk with death. Okay, let us see the meaning of the words here, dear students. Here green wars is used. Green wars, if we talk about that, green wars means here we can say war against environment. Okay students, just war against environment. Wars with gas. Wars with gas, that means here the poet tells us that Okay, students, just it is the third stanza going on. Wars with gas. If we talk wars with gas, that we can say the use of poisonous gas in wars. Okay, and wars with fire. Wars with fire means use of firearms and napalm bombs that cause fire. Okay, so we can say the meaning of war, green war, it is different. It is used for wars against environment, wars with gases, it is used for wars in which we use poisonous gases. And if we talk war for with fire, that means when we use arms and napalm bombs, etc. Okay, students, just next word we can say use here victory. You very well know victory. The meaning clear, you know, the conquest. Survivors. Survivors, that means those who are left alive. Those who are left alive. Okay. In this set, if we talk about the means under the trees. Under the trees. Okay. Okay, students. Let us see more words here in this stanza. The word used here confused, that means misunderstood. Misunderstood. Inactivity that is used for doing nothing. Doing nothing, it means doing nothing. The next word we see here, tuck with. Tuck with means associate with. Associate with. Okay, students, so here I have told you the meaning of word green wars, that means war against environment. Wars with gas, that means wars in which we use poisonous gases. Wars with fire, that means wars in which we use arms, bombs, etc. Survival survivors, that means we have already those who are left alive. Okay, if we talk about in this set here, it used for under the tree. Confused, that means we have already misunderstood, that means misunderstood. And inactivity means doing nothing. If we talk of tuck with associated with. Now let us see the explanation. Let us see the explanation of this passage. Okay, students, yes. Yes, here in this passage the poet tells us that he gives a piece of advice in the to the warmongers. And what is the advice? They wage wars against the environment. They use poisonous gases in wars. They use firearms. All of them must stop. Here, poet's advice. Okay, he advises all of them must stop the business of killing. He called it the business of killing and he advised them to stop it. Okay, student, if they kill everyone, no one will survive to see their victory. Okay, they must divert their mind and put on good and clean clothes. Here he advised that that they must divert their mind. Okay, they must divert their mind and put on good and clean clothes. They should cease all harmful actions. Cease harmful actions, that means cease wars. Okay, they should go out for a walk with their brothers under the shady tree. With their brothers, that means here poet wants that we all are human beings and we all are brothers of each other. That is why we should not fight. Instead of fighting, we should move all together under the shade of tree. Okay, students, just he also, okay, says when he is advising of silence, he should not be confused. He should not be confused with totally inactivity. We should not be totally confused about the total inactivity. Okay, Yes, doing nothing does not lead to total inactivity. He tells us doing nothing does not lead to total inactivity. The total inactivity means death. And he has not associated with death. He has not associated with death. Okay, students, just I have told to you the explanation and the word meaning. If we talk poetic device, here we can see in this stanza wars. Again, wars, wars. That means the repetition of a word. So we can say repetition is used by the poet here. Okay, and if we see here clean clothes start with c, that means it is an example of alliteration. So alliteration is also used by the poet in this stanza too. Okay, students, now let us see the next stanza of the poem. Yes, fourth stanza. Yes, it is, if we were not so single minded. Okay, if we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving, about keeping our lives moving, and for once could perhaps a hug silence might interrupt his sadness, interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Threatening ourselves with death. Okay, students, let us see this. Okay, the meanings which we have used the word. Let us see the meaning of those words here. Yes, if we talk about single minded here, the word is used single minded. Single minded means focused on only one thing. Focused on only one thing, that means single minded. Okay, student, the next word we see here, yes, hug, that means long, vast. Okay, interrupt, the word used here, interrupt. Interrupt means we can say disturb here. Interrupt means disturb. Okay, the next word is threatening, that means, yes, threatening, that means causing a threat, causing a threat. Okay, we have seen the word meaning. Now let us see the explanation here, the explanation of the fourth stanza. Okay, the fourth stanza, here poet says we should not focus on only one thing. It tells us we should not focus on only one thing. That means should not a single minded. That means we should not focus on a single things. Keeping our lives moving. Okay, we should learn. What we should learn? We should learn to give us rest. We should learn to give us rest. Yes, we should learn to give us for once doing nothing. For once doing nothing, doing nothing can be good for us. We when we are threatening our when we are threatening ourselves with death, then a long silence can do us good. Can a long silence can do a good. Okay, students, again here we can see, if we see the stanza here completely, that in this stanza poet wants us that we should not focus only on the one thing. Okay, we should learn to give us rest. Now let us see the next stanza of the poem. Here it is. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet as and I will go. Okay, dear students, in this stanza, if we see the meanings of the word letter, that means it is used for that comes after. That comes after. Alif is used for living. Is used for living. It is used for living. Okay, and quiet is used for silent. Is used for silent. Okay, silent. Yes, students, just these are the meaning of from the passage. Let's see the explanation of the passage. Here poet tells us mankind can learn a lesson from the earth. Life and living never stop on earth. When everything appears to be dead, only one thing remains alive. Only one thing remains alive. Okay, dear students, when everything appears to be dead, one thing remains alive. It is the earth itself. Okay, it is the earth itself. That means earth have its own metabolism. Okay, students. Now the poet will count up to 12. Again, the poet tells us that now he will count up to 12 and all others will keep quiet during that period. Then he will go out from there. He will go out from there. Okay, students? This is the explanation of this last stanza of the poem. Dear students, once again I would like to tell you that in this poem, as a poetic device, poet have used assonance, alliteration and repetition. Okay, I hope this explanation will help you. The video will be helpful to you. Thank you.